I had a feeling you'd show up around here snooping around before too long. If I had to take one guess, I'm pretty sure I know what you're after, too. All I've got is one thing to say about that. It's mine, you know? I own it. It belongs in a museum. Yeah, well, that's where I got it from. You know, that's why it's mine now. It belongs in a museum. Yeah, well, according to you, frankly, as far as I'm concerned, it was crying out for help. It needed to be liberated, so I broke into the museum, stole it, liberated it. No, I'm sure you couldn't help but notice it. Isn't the only kind of artifact I got laying around here, you know? Been stockpiling this shit for a long time. Like some kind of schizophrenic dragon or something, just flying around and gathering up treasures, hoarding them all up in a pile somewhere. No real plan to do anything with it, but it's like having this sort of stuff laying around, if you know what I mean. It belongs in a museum. Oh, so we're gonna get that kind of attitude again. Listen, Indy, you can think one way or another about my collection over here, but like I said before, this is mine. I own it. That's how it works. I don't think it does. No, well, according to you, maybe, but as far as I'm concerned, this is my pile of crap. It's really shiny, and I like it. It's kind of like mood lighting or something. And frankly, I don't really know why I go around stealing all this shit. I don't know what it is. I got something in me, I got that, kleptomaniac dragon thing going on. I'm just stockpiling all this shit for no conceivable reason. I'm not really sure, but what can I say? It's shiny. I like having it around. That doesn't really matter. Motive aside here. Frankly, I don't like you coming around, snooping around my territory, looking at my treasures, This is mine. I own it. All right, let me interrupt you even before you say it, because I know what you're going to say. It belongs in a museum. But if you look at it another way, you could say that its intended purposes, from those who had something to do with it, might seem to think it belongs, underground. With a bunch of corpses. Something. All dolled up in impressive regalia. And that sort of thing. Yeah, so it seems like you don't have much to say about that. I guess you didn't think about that, did you? It's all a matter of perspective here, Andy. As far as I'm concerned, all my treasures, here, they belong to me. This is where these things belong. Think of it as my museum, if you will. Well, I didn't really think about it like that. And I didn't think you did. And look, I'm not judging, You got a lot going on, between being a teacher and some kind of archaeologist, running around stealing shit from dead people. Getting all kinds of fucking lunatics gunning after you. Yeah, it gets pretty wild out there. Yeah, I can imagine. I know. I've seen it. It's very entertaining. So there's that too. I'll tell you what. Maybe let's negotiate here, Andy. Let's negotiate. Oh, all right. Yeah. See, now we're negotiating. We're getting this back and forth thing going, and I like that. I appreciate that. So, from where I'm sitting, essentially, I like my treasures where they are, and I like this one too, especially, It speaks to me. Something about it. Not really sure. Frankly, I probably wouldn't even notice if it gone missing, but you showed up here, so I knew what you were after. That brought my attention right to it. I set off the inner dragon thing, that schizophrenic kleptomaniac dragon thing, And I got all protective, defensive, a little ornery, if you know what I mean. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, what if I broke into your house, your apartment, or college, wherever it is, you're hanging out most of these days? You're still teaching over there at that college? Part-time. Yeah, part-time. Anyway, Andy, I'm just thinking, I got a little something else in mind. How about I give you a little bit of information about something that might be of interest to you? What do you have in mind? Well, I don't know. Say, coming up shortly, there's might be a little bit of, some religious sentiments and themes running through the whole Indiana Jones thing. Might get some kind of journal in the mail or something from your father, if I remember correctly. No, I know he's your father. I just don't remember how you get the journal. It's been a while. Stuff's in the movie, but anyway. I'm just saying, maybe I can provide you a little bit of information as soon as your quest gets underway. Might save some time. Maybe save you from an additional boat chase or a motorcycle escapade or something. All right. See, now we're talking. We're negotiating. We're getting that back and forth thing going, Indy, and I appreciate that. So listen, Indy, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get you the dossier together, and I'm gonna send it on over to the college. I don't remember the name of it, so you're gonna have to let me know, and just so I can get it to the right people, into the right hands. I don't want this sort of information falling into the wrong hands, if you know what I mean. Yeah. There's a lot of bad guys out there. Oh, you're telling me. I mean, hell, you got all kinds of fucking lunatics gunning after you, But then again, you go get them all whipped up and everything and stealing their treasures. And I understand. That sets something off in them, and I can relate. Indy, I can fucking relate, Like I said, I can't remember half the things I have over here, but I like them. I like the way it looks. It's shiny. It does something for me. I gotta say, I saw you snooping around over here, just set something off for me. I feel a little crazy, getting a little overprotective. My treasures, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess I could have called you first or something. Well, you didn't know. I mean, how would you know that I'd be this cavalier with the whole arrangement? I mean, you had no way of knowing. You're doing your thing. You're basing your expectations on your experience, so forth. Makes sense, Yeah. So, I tell you what I'm going to do. Get you that dossier, send it down to your people, so forth, or you. I'm not sure if you have anybody. Not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just saying, kind of a loner. The whole breaking and entering with the burial locations and so forth. Now, you don't got to give me that kind of look, Indy. I'm not trying to talk any shit here. I'm just saying, I understand this sort of thing wasn't too frowned upon in your time either. I'm just saying, things are a little different now. So, I'm not judging. I don't want you to feel embarrassed. I'm just saying, times have changed a bit, so forth. I don't want to remind you came here, Yeah. I mean, you didn't even make an appointment. Yeah. So, send you that information down, shortly. Get you squared away, get you all set up for your next adventure, something. All right. Now, hey, next time you want to come down here, just call ahead. Make an appointment. Don't go snooping around trying to steal any of my treasures. I like where it is. I like the way this stuff looks. Set something off in me. Gets me a little ornery, a little anxious. Seeing some kind of fucking Tomb Raider snooping around my collection. Yeah. So, we'll talk later. All right, we'll talk later. All right.